Shakespeare, Hamlet synopsis. The ghost of King Hamlet of Denmark is seen haunting the battlements of Elsinore Castle. King Claudius grieves for the death of the former King Hamlet, his brother. He hastily marries Gertrude, the dead king's widow, and sends messengers to Norway, Denmark's feuding neighbors, to prevent an invasion by the Norwegian prince Fortinbras. Gertrude's son, Hamlet, is also grieving for King Hamlet, his father. Horatio, a companion, informs Hamlet that the ghost of his father has appeared on the battlements at night and takes Hamlet to see for himself. The ghost tells Hamlet he was murdered by King Claudius and makes Hamlet swear to avenge his father's murder. If thou didst ever thy dear father love, revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Unsure if he can believe the ghost, Hamlet feigns madness to distract his peers while he discovers the truth. The courtier, Polonius, interprets Hamlet's strange behavior as a symptom of love for Ophelia, his daughter, after she informs him that Hamlet visited her in a state of undress. The king and queen send for two of Hamlet's university friends, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, supposedly to help assuage his grief. In reality, they have been recruited by the king to spy on Hamlet. Hamlet becomes suspicious of them. I will trust them as I will adders fanged. Polonius and Claudius use Ophelia to entrap Hamlet so that they can find out if he is in love with her. Hamlet guesses what she is doing and cruelly denies any affection for her. Hamlet has ordered a traveling troupe of actors to perform a play in which a king is murdered by his brother. The function of the play is to hold, as 'twere, the mirror up to nature, to show virtue her own feature, scorn her own image, and the very age and body of the time his form and pressure. With this logic, he claims the play will catch the conscience of the king. Hamlet sees that King Claudius is affected by the play and takes this as proof of guilt. On his way to Gertrude's chamber, Hamlet overhears the king in prayer confessing to the murder. But oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. That cannot be, since I am still possessed of those effects for which I did the murder, my crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the fence? Polonius hides behind a tapestry in Gertrude's chamber to eavesdrop on Hamlet. Hamlet berates his mother for marrying Claudius. Polonius calls for help, and Hamlet, believing the voice to be King Claudius's, stabs at the tapestry and kills Polonius. The king punishes Hamlet by sending him to England with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, with the intention of having him killed on arrival. On the journey, they are attacked by pirates. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are killed, but Hamlet escapes and returns to Denmark. After arriving in Elsinore, Laertes, Polonius' son, demands vengeance for the murder of his father. The king agrees to help Laertes kill Hamlet. Grief-stricken by her father's murder, Ophelia loses her mind and drowns in a brook, fueling Laertes' hatred for Hamlet. And so have I a noble father lost, a sister driven into desperate terms, whose worth, if praises may go back again, stood challenger on mount of all the age for her perfections. But my revenge will come. Hamlet returns to Denmark, discovers the skull of his father's jester, Yorick, and is reminded of mortality. Horatio and Hamlet witness Ophelia's burial. Hamlet reveals himself to the mourners and challenges Laertes to a duel. Hamlet and Laertes are both fatally injured with a poisoned blade during the duel. Gertrude drinks poisoned wine intended for Hamlet and dies. Hamlet stabs King Claudius and forces the remaining poisoned wine down his throat before he himself dies in the arms of Horatio. Fortinbras and his troops arrive to take away the bodies.